Okay, I'm starting the stream.
Starting the stream. Can you oh, I was gonna ask you, how do you like your new computer, man?
Oh, it's awesome.
You think it's better than the Mac?
What do you mean? It is a Mac.
I mean, better than the laptop.
Oh, much better, man.
What's the most notable difference?
Everything. All right.
Everything.
You ready?
Ready,
Okay.
ready.
So, hello and welcome to episode number 22 of the Fullstack Network.
20.
Yeah,
Yep.
22. It's been a while. Today, as always, I am with you with Stevens. Hello, Stevens.
Hello, Avi.
And today, what we thought is going to be a good idea is to work on a Node.js app from scratch with the target or the end goal being having an API that works. So we will be starting from scratch, no boilerplate or any of the starter kits and so on and so forth. And we will be creating a Node.js database, a Node.js app that will connect to a Postgres database.
Okay.
And that database will have a users table and so on and so forth. And then we will have an API that will be able to read from that users table. And as a bonus, maybe we'll also be able to create a user in that table. All right. So, as always, people in the chat room, you are welcome to ask any questions you want. I know, this is early in the stream, and usually not a lot of people are joining so soon, but you can ask any question you want during the stream, and we'll try to accommodate those and answer the questions you have. And yeah, other than that, why don't we just start? All right.
Why don't you talk about what kind of product are we building with this?
So right now the purpose is not really to build a product. I think a lot of beginners they struggle with building. Even starting out with building an OJS app,
Yep.
and just like not understanding how ES6 fits in, how how Bubble fits in, how do you add the models, how do you add the controllers, and really like how does kind of the whole thing, all of these things like communicates.
Yep.
And as we did yesterday with when Matt was, excuse me, when Matt was live with us, you saw that there's a lot of questions that are not necessarily whether I'm a good programmer or not, or whether I understand programming or not, but those come from just not understanding what are the moving parts, right?
Yep.
Where should the models go? Where should the controllers go? What is a model? What is a controller? So I think doing that will be a very good idea. So
Okay.
this is what we're gonna do today. All right. So as always, we'll go to the open source directory and we'll make dir-p. So we will call that sample.node.js API. And let's go here, cd sample.node.js API, and let's do a git init here already. So we have some git, starting point. Okay,
All right.
awesome. So the next thing is to start with some kind of a starter kit. Well, sorry. So start with some kind of an npm module. All right. So we're gonna do npm init. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So npm init dash y. Okay, so this is this. And as you can see, we have in here in the package.json, we have a sample.node.js API, and we have some like what is the entry point and so on and so forth. Okay. What do we need other than that? Okay, so we will need to add express. So we're gonna add yarn, add express, and Morgan. Morgan is a friendlier logger than the sample, the simple Node.js express logger. And then we will install yarn add -- dev. So we will add bubble CLI and bubble preset 2015. Right, and
I think
then yeah,
for the sake of, since the whole point is to help people to understand how to start out the project, it's probably worthwhile to have like a, to record these commands that you run so that people can have a reference to them. You know what I mean?
yeah. Okay, so this is actually a good idea. So let's go
Yeah.
here.
Otherwise, unless they are watching at this moment, they're gonna miss out the whole point.
Yeah, so let's
Right.
go. This is a good idea. So let's do pwd here, and let's go here and cd into this directory. This is actually a very good idea. So md and then sample node.js starter app.
Yeah.
So this is created as a tutorial.
Yeah, that's gonna be very helpful.
In order to create this app from scratch, you will need to do the following. Right, and now we will go, so init npm module. So this is npm init-y. So this is here, npm init-y. And then you will need to install yarn. So this is npm install-g yarn. And then run, add some dependencies. First, we will add Express, which is the web framework. Second, which is the web framework. Second, we will add Morgan, which is a better logging module.
Yep.
So we're gonna do yarn add express and Morgan.
Okay.
And now, since we are starting off with ES6, we will need to run a few. We will need to install a few deps for that. So this is yarn add -- dev bubble CLI and bubble preset ES 2015. This is ES 2015. And that's about it. Okay?
Cool. Thank you
so
very
yarn
much.
add. This is a good idea. Okay, so we have this. And now we need to create the bubble configuration. So let's go here and create the bubble configuration for the project. So you're going to touch. So let's do touch bubble rc in the root directory and put this content in the file. So we will have this. Right, so let's put, we need only the ES 2016 preset. So let's do bubble RC here. So our preset is basically presets, and we only need one. So ES 2015. So let's copy this over and paste it here. Okay.
Okay.
Awesome. So now we need to tell Bubble to compile our project. And then let's do this. So vim.git ignore here, and this is dist. So everything inside dist is going to be ignored. And now let's create make dir -p dist. And let's have bubble package. So vim package.json. So this is here. So this, we're going to need the build. So the build is going to be rm-rf dist.
What does this mean? Explain
This is we're going to compile the project, right?
Okay.
And then here we're going to have bubble dash out dir is going to be dist, and dash ignore node modules, and bubble rc, and what, git ignore, right? And what else? So package .json, and dash copy files. Okay.
So this basically will run a shell script as build.
Yeah, and we have start. So this is So this is missing here. So start is going to be npm run build, and then node dist index.js. Okay. So test.
So
yeah.
How do you execute these scripts? You do npm build.
npm run. Yeah, npm run, npm start, and npm build.
Got it. Okay. Cool.
Okay. And this is basically it. So right now what we can do, but one thing I do want is here, instead of doing this, I'm going to have this in src. So then make dir -p src, and then have src index.js. Okay, so express. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to start like a simple Express app.
Yep.
So this is going to be import Express from Express, and then app. So this is const app equals Express, and app dot use. What is the simple one for like a simple response? Let me think. So this is here, and this should be request response here, like so. And this is response dot send hello world, if I'm not mistaken. Although this should be a fat arrow. Okay.
Fat arrow, is that the actual name for it?
Yeah, it's called a fat arrow.
It's actually called a fat arrow.
Yeah, it's actually called a fat arrow.
Wow. All right.
All right, and then app. So app dot listen, and it's going to be 3000, and this is going to be an empty function here, and console dot log listening on port 3000. Okay, so now let's split the screen here. So we'll do cd users here, and then npm start. So let's see if that works. That doesn't. So let's see what the problem is. Right. So failed. So this failed. So bubble, SRC, out deer, dist. Okay. So
Okay.
let's do a bubble. So SRC and dash dash out deer dist. Bubble. So npm run bubble, or it's actually here. So node modules bubble CLI. Oh, bubble CLI bin bubble, and then what is it? Okay, so just a sec. Let's look at package.json here. Well, this is not our package JSON. Okay, so it's here. So src and then dash dash out dir is dist. No such directory.
What's it complaining? No
Oh,
such
oh, oh,
fire.
oh, I think I know what this is. So esrc index.js. No, this is the directory. So let's see here. SRC is definitely here. No such file or directory. Dash dash out dir dist, like so. Oh, this is not here? Make dir dash p dist. Yeah, this is not here. Okay.
Did you not execute that?
Src dash dash out dir. This is odd. It's saying no such file or directory. Right. Right. So let's see what we have here. Well, one option is to use package.json. Where is this? Git ignore. Let's first do node modules so it will stop harassing us. Right, so package.json, and let's see here. So this bubble node. So npm start, and no, it's giving me the same issue. Can't find module bubble node.
So it's cannot find the executable? Is that what it's complaining about? I'm not getting this error message.
Yeah. So bubble CLI is here. Okay.
Dependencies, bubble CLI.
npm start. All right. So White Wolf Duckles, hello. We have some people saying hello on Twitch. Let's say hello. Cucumber Pro One, hello. And Acidic Mushrooms, hello. And I actually see your comment about Bubble Node now, and I already tried. I don't know what's going on yet, so we'll figure it out in a second. Okay, so let's try and figure this thing out. So package.json out is this. So let's try and run this part. So bubble node. So node modules, bubble CLI, and bin. So bubble node, and then here we can do this. So
this
yeah,
works.
this works. Um,
But what does this do? What does this command do? Does this start the Node app?
yeah. But this, okay.
Yo.
Um, so actually, this should be bubble node, and then here src index.js. So let's go here, npm start, and what now? Wait a second. Now I think I'm missing a save here. Just 1 second. And bubble node and src index.js. So npm start. Okay.
Did we get a good pass on npm build already?
Wait, someone is saying something correct, I think. Yeah, so here, bubble rc git ignore, copy files, yarn, so npm start. Okay, so bubble node.
Oh, npm run build and okay.
This, let's remove. So this is bubble rc and git ignore and package JSON. Okay. What now? Can't find module bubble node. Okay. So this is here. Let's remove the ignore for now, because I probably am missing something here. And npm start. Still, my goodness, this node thing doesn't find bubble node. Why is this not finding bubble node? Do I need the node modules here? Like the node path if I don't have bubble node installed globally? I think I probably do.
Yeah, that might be it. So bubble node is not
World
here.
End, World's Ender, thank you for that. Let me check it out. Oh my goodness, dude! Nothing makes me feel stupid like trying to make a node project start. No, seriously, man, nothing. It's crazy. I feel like an absolute idiot trying to start a node project. So no, it's saying cannot find bubble. Cucumber
Can we
Pro,
try to
thank you
run it in
for
the command
the
line? Just see what happens.
thank you for the hosting. Thank you for the host. Thank you. Okay, so package.json and bubble src. Nothing is what? Let's try node modules bin bubble here. My goodness. my god, dude, this is insane. Let's see. Okay.
Why don't we just try that in on the command line? See what
Um,
happens.
yeah, just a sec. This is what I'm trying to do. So, node modules bin. What? So here, node modules bin bubble. Node modules bin bubble to node modules dot bin dot bubble. Yes. Okay, so this is so node modules dot bin bubble, and then src dash dash out dir to dist and dash dash copy files. Yeah, it's saying it's missing lib bubble. Okay, so now what I need is the ignore part. So dash dash ignore node modules and bubble rc package.json. Okay. My goodness. npm start. Dude, this is crazy. Okay. Let's think it a second. Oh my god. Okay, so node modules, this is that dot bin and yarn start. Okay, something here. No such file or directory. Of course there isn't. So this is here and npm start and still no, and cannot resolve. Oh my god. Dash dash ignore. So bubble RC is ignored. Node modules is ignored. So npm start. Okay, so let's try and run this. Obviously without this. Okay, so src index.js. So nothing here is requiring
Lib bubble. Cannot find lib bubble. Can we break it down and just run it one by one? Like,
dude, this is
where is it breaking?
No. Just now I look stupid. Just a sec. Okay, so bubble here is actually not, it doesn't have anything. So, okay, so bubble here, we have something. So then this is src here, and it does something. Cool. So now we can remove this thing here and then do npm start. Okay, so final bug. Let's see. And I'm sorry for like having issues here with bubble, but it is what it is, I guess. So then this is bubble dash src out there. So again, let's copy this. And this now works, which makes me not understand anything here, really. And what I want to do is remove bubble CLI from here and rm-rf node modules and npm install. Okay, so now we should fall back to the locally built
No, it
one.
works.
Yeah, and now
It
it
works.
works. Okay, so
Now
if
it
we
works.
now go to this was embarrassing, but so that's Node.js sometimes. There's nothing really, nothing I can do really here. Okay, so localhost 3000, we see hello world, and we have a running app. Okay, so now we don't really have anything in the app, and let's add the project here. So npm install -g bubble CLI. Okay, so we don't need bubble here. And this looks good. This looks good. Awesome. So now we have an Express app, but it still doesn't connect to any database. Okay? So what we
Right.
need to do now, basically, if we look at our app, so if we look at src index.js, we only have really like an hello world app.
Yeah.
So what we need now is to basically add the controllers and to add the models. But first, I use, I want to, acknowledge a few people. So Acidic Mushroom and Wolves Ender, thank you for your help in the Twitch chat. Definitely helped a lot while while fixing this god awful issue. Um, and Matt is saying, um, yeah, I know that World Ender is saying install globally without mentioning package JSON is bad style, though. I agree 100%, and this is not going to be the final version. But I think right now for this stream, like debugging this is useless. So we will definitely do that, but not right now, unfortunately. Okay, so let's have that. So we have this request and response, and then app.listen 3000. So let's go and have some kind of a concept for, models. Okay, so from as someone coming from Rails, I think you will appreciate how easy it is there versus how difficult it is here, and sometimes like how things just work out of the box. And as you can see here, sometimes they just don't. So this is what we'll have here. Okay. All right. So where was I? Where was I? Okay. So I want to add a model and I want to add a controller and so on and so forth. Okay.
Okay.
So first things first, what we need in order to do anything is to have routes. And our routes is basically just a JavaScript object. Okay, so let's have routes index. So src, we can have like a route.js here. And our route. So my question is now whether we need to worry about passport or not. I don't think we should.
I don't think we should. Doesn't matter at this point.
Yeah, I really don't think we should. I think we should just like have it as it is without the rest. Okay, so let's do this way. Okay, so this is going to be function. Oh, it's actually. Oh, how do you do this? So function routes, which will accept the app. Like so, and then this is going to be export. So this is actually export dot export default. Is it? I think it's this function routes. And then here we're going to do app dot get users, like so.
Okay.
right? And let's think about what this should give us. So this should basically give us the controller for the users,
Right.
right? Okay, so that's what we should do. So this here we will have a users dot um, get or get all users.
What does this mean here? App.get, I understand slash user is the route, but users.get all users.
So
Where did you
users is
get
going
that
to
from?
be a controller here. So import
Ah,
import
I
import users from controllers users.
see. I see.
Okay, so here we're now going to be src controllers users.js, and let's make this directory. So src controllers. Okay, um, and now we can export. You know what? So let's have a function get all users, which is going to be request, response, and next. Well, I'm not sure we need next, but that's all right. So now export and get all users here. And then this is going to be import get all users from controller users. And then here, I don't really need users.
Okay,
right?
makes sense.
And then here, what I can do is response.send, and I don't know, like something, this is users. Okay, just for now, but we're going to connect this to a model in a second. Okay, so let's do npm start and see what we broke. Seems like we broke nothing, which makes no sense. Because we didn't connect it. So now if we go to localhost 3000/users, we still see hello world. So this makes absolutely no sense. So let's go to index.js, and you see our app doesn't use our routes. So we can do import routes from routes, like so. And then I think it's only routes app, like this. So let's see if it's correct. So it's connected. This is users, okay? So if I now do here, so let's do HTTP localhost 3000. Stevens, are you still with me?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I
users.
just have I have a delay on the stream.
That's why I do
I
it
hear.
here. So HTTP
Yeah.
localhost 3000. You see hello world,
Yeah.
and if I do /users, boom, this is users.
Cool.
Okay,
This is
so
better.
our routes are working, and our controller is working. So people in the chat room, and I think especially maybe you, Matt, you can see, even though we had agreeably some issues with Bubble. You can see that right now our app has a routes and it has a controllers. And if we go and we do here, where's my mouse here? So okay, so tree-l2 here. So what you can see, actually tree-l. This gives us, so let's do just tree-l1. So you can see, src-l. So tree src. You can see we have controllers, which has users, we have an index, and we have a routes. So, and even though our app is basically boilerplate still, you can already see how it's becoming organized. Okay, and World's Ender, I still like your comment is here in the back of my mind. So I definitely hear ya, and the bubble is going to be a part of package.json by the end of this stream. I promise you this. Okay. And sorry for the shouting. My God.
Okay, question here.
Yeah.
I have a question here.
Yeah.
So it seems like is the model view controller. It seems like the model and controller in Express. It's the architecture is very similar with Rails. Like it's still a convention
Yeah.
even in Express.
Well, again, Express is not really, and people will argue with me on this, but Express is not really meant to work with controllers and views and so on and so forth. It's like Sinatra, right? It's meant to be a really, really fast web server to do something, to do one thing.
Right.
So for us, at the company I work for now, Express and its Python sister, and you have that in Go and so on and so forth is perfect because we know how to really decouple applications and say this app does this and this app does that, right?
Yeah.
When you want like a big monolithic application and then you basically make Express, you basically force Express around something that it really wasn't designed for. And even though, it's like having Sinatra and suddenly you add active record and suddenly you add active model and you add active support and you add, assets and you add like all of this stuff and suddenly you have Rails, right? So the thing is, if you already have users and controllers and so on and so forth, you maybe should work with a more robust like framework. And Express is not really meant for that. Okay,
so you're saying that
Yeah.
Express is actually only meant to build smaller like monolithic applications, right? Like it's to separate models and controller is a bit of a bigger thing for Express to handle.
Well, no, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this, right? There is a reason, Express is just like nothing. It's basically listen, get, post, and stuff like that. It's just an HTTP server. It's like rack. You know what I mean? And suddenly when you go and you add models and you add controllers and you add like all of this stuff, then you make Express something that it's not, right? You make it harder to work with, because it's not meant to work that way. But okay, so we have a response here with the users. We have a routes, and as you can see, our routes are working here. We have an import Express and import routes, and we can also sort this here. So we have an app, a routes, a use with a hello world, which is awesome. Okay. Awesome. So now, what we need to do is we need to add our model. And in order to add our model, we first need to decide which database. Wait, just a second. So someone on, it's like, Twitch. Okay, so let's go to Twitch. Acidic mushrooms, and the reason I laugh, just to explain acidic, that I'm not laughing at you or anything like that. The reason I ask is because people, when they watch me code for the first like 5 minutes, they say, "Hey, why don't you use an IDE?" And I'm not saying you said that, but a lot of people do. And then, why don't you use an IDE? And suddenly, when they see all the things I do in Vim, they're like, "Holy shit, how did you do that? Holy shit, how did you do that?" So then, your question kind of made me remember all of these people. So it kind of made me laugh. So the way I do sort in Vim is I mark the lines and then I call a command. So basically colon and then sort, and it will sort. So if I have import A and import Z, like so, right? So then I do this and sort. It will sort everything by alphabetical order. This comes in really, really handy when you have Python imports or like Node imports like that. So, yeah. Yeah, it's really neat. Definitely neat. And it comes in really handy with like the relative numbering as well, because what happens is when I have multiple imports like so I'll have like this. So this will be like system imports, and this will be library imports, and this would be like internal app imports. So when you do that, it's really easy to say, okay, go down to mark, go down 9, sort, and then go down 12, up, and then go down, I don't know, 3, sort. You know what I mean? So then, and now I'm explaining it as I do it, but when I do it and don't explain it, it's like laser fast. You know what I mean? It's literally 3 up, 9 up, sort, bam, done. Save the file, or take this 8, take this 8 down, delete, right? So it really comes in handy with like the rest of Vim, and not only just when you decouple the sort from the rest. Okay, so again, going back to kind of adding the models, then we first need to again understand what database do we want to work with, and let's put it up to a vote. People in the chat room, I'm talking to you. Live EDU, I'm talking to you. Twitch, what database do you want to use here?
I vote for Postgres.
Postgres 1. Okay. Postgres. Stevens is voting Postgres. Seems like Postgres it is, though.
All right. No objections. Postgres.
Okay. Elasticsearch. Elasticsearch. Postgres.
Well,
Newbie coder on Twitch. I vote text files. Oh man, I put it to a vote. This is a mistake. I should have made it like a simulated democracy. Okay, so all right, so let's have this. Okay. Redux. No, Redux doesn't count. Okay, Redux. Why did I put this to a vote? Now everybody is making my life hard. Okay, so let's do this. So yarn add, and we need sequelize. We need PG and PG HStore. Okay.
Would you add this to the
I will.
starter file?
I will. So readme. And now here okay. Now add db. So let's see what we did here. So yarn add sequelize, and here. All right. So this HStore. So now we have something. And what I am going to do is, in order to work with sequelize from the CLI, you will need sequelize CLI installed. You can install it globally or call it from node modules bin. Okay, so this is here, node modules bin. And what I need sequelize CLI. So let's do npm. So yarn add -- save -- dev sequelize CLI. Okay. Awesome. So now we can do node modules bin sequelize init. Created config. Okay. Created migrations. So now config.json, as you can see here, we have a development. We have a host, and dialect is MySQL, and we're gonna change this to Postgres.
Okay.
And we also have migrations. So, actually, it created a models for us. You see this?
What what does this do?
This is just the index for the models. We have a seeders. What else did it do? And migrations. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Awesome. So now, right. So where are we now? Now, what do we want to do? Let's
I think
look
we
at
didn't change the
our.
dialect. Did we change the
No, no,
dialect?
I didn't change the dialect yet. Okay, so let's see what we have here. So we have config.useEnd variables. We have a username and a password. We have all of this. Oh, the only problem is that this is ES5 syntax. Okay. Okay. All right.
How could
So
you tell?
now, well, there's no. You see this. This is var equals require this. Yarn start. Well, this still compiles, so I really don't care. But we'll see what it happens. Okay, so now we need brew install Postgres.
Wow, you didn't have Postgres on the new computer.
No, I didn't have Postgres on the new computer, not yet. Okay, so now create DB and let's call it sample node.js. Oh, my Postgres is not started, so what?
Cannot connect.
No, let me. I need just a sec. Postgres is not started yet, so that's why. Okay, so this is this. Okay. So let's init the database.
Is that how you start Postgres?
Okay, it's initted but not empty. Someone on Twitch saying your keyboard appears broken. Nice hat, by the way. What?
Yeah, because he doesn't have money to buy a keyboard, so he's
No.
been using a broken keyboard.
Yeah, I'm using a broken keyboard. You're right.
If you guys want to help out, can consider donating $1 in the channel so Avi can buy a new keyboard.
Okay, so yeah, my keyboard got broken a while ago.
Yeah, he's just short on money. That's why.
Okay, so
that's why we're doing this, so we can make enough money to buy a new keyboard.
Create DB. No, still doesn't start. Okay. So this is okay. And now I don't really understand. So Guy Ross on Twitch. Dude, I don't really understand your question about your comment about the hat, or like what are you asking? You're asking what is this keyboard? You mean like this keyboard? And what do you mean about my hat? My God, I'm so confused right now. I feel like I shouldn't be so confused. Okay, so create DB sample Node.js. So now the database is created.
Guy Ross is a chatting bot.
Nice hat.
You see?
Again, the nice
You
hat.
see? I think. Hey, yo,
Dude, let's
Guy Ross.
I agree on the hat. This is like that's it. Like I'm confused. Is there
Oh,
like
maybe they think your earphones is a hat.
no? You can say it's your earphones. What do you mean? Come on, man.
Maybe Guy Ross is a chatting bot.
No. This is just they are breaking my balls. So to speak in Sopranos language.
No, seriously, I think Guy Ross is a chatbot.
No, Guy Ross is amazing.
Oh, really? You've talked to him before?
No,
So how do you know he's amazing?
he's amazing, man.
Okay, now he's proving that he's not a chatbot.
No, he's not. He's cool. Okay. Right. So let's have this. So now we have Postgres, and we have the database. And what we want is to have this as Postgres. Okay. So we will go here to config, and our dialect is going to be Postgres. And what did we call our database? Create DB. So this is going to be sample node JS, like so. Right. So then this is Postgres. Port is going to be, what's the Postgres port? 5432. Okay, so power port 5432. And password is null. User, I think, is root. Okay. Right. Begnala, or I don't know. I hope that's how you pronounce your nickname. Thank you for the follow. All right. So, well, one thing we could do. Well, we can do it later. Okay, so now what we can do here from node modules and bin from Sequelize here, we can model create. Wait, can't you hear Stevens on the other line?
I think I think you've been talking to your computer all the time.
No.
That's why they're not responding to my comment.
No,
I think no one can.
They can hear you. They can hear you. I can see the volume on OBS. They can hear you. Yeah. Okay. So and then model create and -- name user, and user people other than Guy Ross. Will you please say if you can hear Stevens? Other than Guy Ross.
Type 5-1 if you can hear me.
Okay. And let's have -- attributes username, which is going to be a string. Okay, so now models, we have a user. And as you can see here, we have a user, and then we have a Sequelize define, and we have a username which with a data type string. Okay. Okay.
Thank you, Black Parade.
Guy Ross, dude, this is hard enough. I'm like managing the chat and coding and Stevens in the same time. I don't need you, on me. Come on, man. Okay, so now let's go to the migrations, and we have create users here. Okay, so so we have create users, and we have ID, which is type integer. we have a username, we have created at, and we have updated at, and we have it down. Okay.
Wait, so hold a second. I was too busy, testing the audio. What file is? Oh, that's the migration
Okay.
file, right?
So here's what we've done. We've done
On the left.
Sequelize here on the right here. We've done node module, Sequelize, model create, dash dash name user, and attributes username string. Okay. This did a few things. One, it created the models user for us, right?
Okay.
The second is it did migrations create user, which is an up and a down, just like Rails, right?
Oh, it's so similar.
Yeah, exactly. So as you can see here, you have now a models, you have a seeders, you have a migrations, and all of this should look really, really similar to, whatever you had with Rails.
So does this doesn't execute the migration yet?
No,
right?
this just created it. Yeah.
Would you also add this command? How you create this?
Yeah. Let's add this command. Ruby is the shit, man. Guy Ross. I mean, you can talk smack about my keyboard and my hat, but don't talk about Ruby, man. Okay. Cool. So now let's go to the README here, and add the DB, and now let's go to what did we do? So Sequelize. So we did Sequelize init, like so. Okay, and then we did models create, so we can take that as well. Right,
awesome.
So here, and then we can continue. Okay, so now what I want to see, node modules bin Sequelize dash dash help. I want to see how you can migrate this. So we have a db migrate. Okay, so db migrate.
Interesting.
Okay, error configs JSON, unexpected string. Okay, so config JSON. So root null, this one. Okay, this is not Python. This is JSON. So db migrate, using environment development, unable to connect to the database role root does not exist. Okay.
There's no role yet.
So create role. Let's have Avizurel or something. So create user. Create something. My God. What roles do we have? Let's do this for a second. Okay, so let's do migrate. Warning. Boom. Boom. Done. Okay. So now what we can see here, PSQL, database, Avizurel. Okay, so dash D, I think, is sample Node.js. Okay, so here, ls or dt or l. My God, how do you do this? dt. I can never remember. Okay, so somewhat Guy, are you creeped out about how dark my house is right now? Okay, so Guy Ross is creeped out about how dark my house is.
I think Guy Ross is high.
Well, he's definitely high. Someone Ada Pokin is saying hi on Twitch, and Guy Ross, dude, you should step off the gas with the weed, man. It's wrong.
Too early. Too early for weed right now.
Yeah, dude, the weed is too. I think you're not dealing with it right. What
Do it
did I
on
want to
July
do?
4th.
Tables. Okay. 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 Got it. So DT here. So we have users.
All right.
And we can do D users. I
Well,
think.
I don't see Avi Rosal. Well, Azure. I mean, Avi Zural. I can never pronounce your name. I don't see Azure in users. How did the migration work?
What do you mean? There's users here.
Oh, owner. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
name. Okay,
Yeah. Okay. So cool. So now we have users. And what we can do is we can so let's look at to SQLize documentation because I'm not an expert, in SQLize in any way. So let's do like SQLize, not Sequoia. So SQLize get all or something. I am actually just bored. Let's see. Guy Ross, I'm actually just bored. My girlfriend left to Mexico a week ago, and since then I've been lost what to do. Never actually done drugs before. So funny enough, man. My family just left. Like literally, they got on a plane 15 minutes ago for 5 weeks. So
wow.
my wife and 3 kids. So as you can see, my house is really, really dark. And usually my house is still very, very loud at this time of day. Um, this now I'm
Just don't do
sad.
drugs in Avi's house.
Now I'm sad.
No one's home.
Now I need drugs. Now I need drugs. Okay,
No wife, no
this
kid.
stream this stream is going to the shithole. Guy Rose is taking the shit is taking the stream to the shithole. Okay, so model usage SQLize. So we have a find. We had find by ID. We have a find one. We have a find or create, find and count all, and we have a find all. Okay, so we can have a find all, and then do this, and then projects. Cool. So we can have that. All right.
Cool.
Okay, so we can go to the controllers, users controller, and we can say that import user from here. So this is models users, right? So let's see here. Models. So this is models user, and I think this is user, like so, but I'm not sure. We'll see that in a second because this is not default. So import user from this, okay, from models user, and then user dot find all dot then. Is it then? Yes. So then this is users here. And of course, this should be a fat arrow, like so. Right, so then this will return a promise. And now what we need to do is only JSON.stringify users.
Can we return that JSON as a response?
Yeah, rest.send here. All right, so npm start, and let's see what problems we caused. Cannot find modules user. So now here we are a controller, so models user, so models user. What? Where am I? Oh, it created it outside. Okay. Got it. So MV models to SRC and MV. Okay, I think this should be enough. npm start. Okay, so the user was just in the wrong
The default
place.
script would automatically create it in the wrong directory. Cannot read property final.
It cannot read property find. Also, this might be user like so. So let's start again. User2.default.find all is not a function. So let's see what we have here. Okay, Jarmahent, how are you, man? Okay, so now module.export functions and then return user. So oh, it should be import from models like so, I think. So let's see. No.
Nope.
Okay, let's see what we have here. So models index. So we have it here. So ls src models. We have index and user. Okay, so db sequelize config.json. So now users here. Okay, so something is missing a connection here. So let's see what's missing. Okay, seems like you should require. So this is user. Yeah, user should be a part of model like so. Okay. So let's see what am I missing here.
Are you reading something on your browser?
Yeah, I read something. So models index. So we have config. Okay, so mv config to src. What else do we have here? So mv seeders to src and mv migrations I don't really need there. Okay. npm start and refresh. And what's going on now? JSON.stringify is not an object, and that's correct. It's not. So it's stringify. So let's do this.
So how do we fix the problem? How come it's working?
Okay, so now this is an empty string. Okay.
Why was it not working before?
Well, I was just missing the connection. What I need to do is import users from the models and not from models user. And because I'm in src directory, I just needed to move over a couple of directories, like the config and the seeders and so on. And what I want to do now, which is the final kind of step, is to go to psql-d sample node.js, I think. And what I want to do is insert into users. So users, and then username and values is Azurel, like so. What? DT. Insert into users. What? Insert into sample node js.users. What? Select star from users here. Okay, seems like something here. Okay, got it. So this is this and values is, oh man, Postgres, that's correct. Okay, so this is now this. Right, so failing row contains, so this is username and created at, what else do we have? And
Probably
updated at. And values is now.
No, that's
okay.
not the column name.
Well, man, just a sec. All right. So acidic mushroom is asking on Twitch whether there is a reason I am stringifying users, and what I'm trying to kind of do here is just to have a simple API that returns users from the database. So this should be probably created at and updated at. Okay, no. So let's go through the schema and migrations. So created at, type is date. Okay, so created at, updated at. Okay.
Column created at. No, it's at is capitalized AT.
Okay, done.
You see, like, why is complaining about? It
refresh. And what we see now is the users here. All right, and if we do, here Azurel like 22222, we can see that we get another user, so Azurel 22222. Okay, and what we can do now is we can curl this HTTP localhost 3000 users and pipe that into JQ. And why can't we pipe that into JQ? Because JQ is uninstalled. So let's do brew install JQ.
What's JQ?
JQ is JavaScript, a CLI to work with JSON in the CLI. A command to work with JSON in the CLI. So as you can see, we have two users here, user ID 2 and user ID 3. And as you can see, it's really nice. It's really a nice way to have that. All right. So if we go back to our SRC folder, what you see here is that we have a config, we have a controllers, we have a models, we have a routes, and everything is kind of together. So what happens is we go to src index.js. All right. So let's map one of the acidic mushroom is saying you can send user without stringify. So I want a JSON object. as the users. Basically, I want the API to work with a JSON object. So I can do rest.json and then send the users. So let's do users here. Sorry, users controller and res.json and then send the users like this. Okay. Oh man. Okay, so npm start.
Guy Ross, too much drug today.
Okay, so then I refresh and I get the same thing. Awesome. Okay. So what happens now is I am pausing here for a minute.
All right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom meanwhile. Oh, we can't see. We can't see anything.
Now I am back and the door is closed. Now is everybody happy? Okay. All right. Okay.
I'm gonna go to.
Okay, Guy Ross, thank you for that. By the way, in the chat room, there's a button you can add like emojis. So I think you will express yourself better with that. So is Matt still around? Matt is not around. Yes. So Jarma Hent is on Twitch and saying, "Yo, Kenso Dev, if I stay up tomorrow night, will you help me finish my Python Reddit script?" And the answer is yes. By the way, if you stay up tonight, we can also do it tonight, like now. Okay, so that's one thing I do want to say. You know, for the people here in the chat room, and especially Guy Ross, which is an avid you know, user in the chat room here, and oh man, Guy Ross. Okay, so what I want to say is this. You know, I really want to, you know, thank you guys for being active in the chat room. I don't know if you guys know that or not, but Twitch reached out to me. You know, it's an automated email, but it's nice to get that all together. To be a Twitch affiliate, I guess. So now you can also send me what they call as bits, which I really don't know, and cheers. So you know, that's awesome. And what I really saw is that, you know, the effort to, you know, staying late at night and doing those stream is really nice, and people appreciate it. So I really want to thank you guys for being here and being active. So really thank you for that, and thank you for the cheer. Someone cheered. My God, this is the first time, dude. Like, where we who is it?
So how do you cheer? So if I want to cheer, can I?
So it's like a button. So Begnala, or dude, I don't know, is
Begnella.
Begnella. Oh, Jarma Hand, another cheer. Oh my God, this is so fun. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Wow, I'm like, wow, this is awesome. Thank you. So again, you know, just to thank you guys in the chat room. Okay, so wow, it's like, it's crazy. So um, what we have here, going back a second, is we've been at it for like an hour and change, an hour and a half, and other than dealing with Bubble for 20 25 minutes, we actually see that we have a working. Wow, man! Thank you so
Whoa,
much.
dude, you know what? I was checking out the bits. Like I try to get a cheer. It's $1.40 for 100 bits.
Dude,
So that
Jarmahan just
means
gave me 100, like a $1.40. Oh my god.
whoa, dude, you're actually stacking up money to buy a new keyboard.
Dude,
Yeah, this is
I
a
might be
hundred
able
bits
to
is a dollar
connect.
40 cents.
I might be able to connect the keyboard. It's insane.
Yeah, it's actually pretty expensive. So every 1 bit is like, it's like more than a cent. It's like 1.4 cents. Yeah. So 1 bit is 1.4 cents. So it's like 1.5 penny. Well, a little bit less than 1.5 penny.
I don't know.
Oh man, shit.
So thank you.
No, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
It's it's $1.40 for 100 bits. So for I can't even cheer.
Wow. Thank you so much. Okay. So what we see here is that we have
Whoa.
um,
Yeah.
a working Node.js Express app, which has an index and has routes and has models, and it's working with PostgreSQL. Okay, man,
Yeah.
I will not be able to
Dude,
concentrate with that. Thank you so much, guys. Okay,
I
great.
think your rent is like half paid already for next month.
My rent for the desk. Um,
Wow, dude, unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Okay. Um, so what we full time streamer in the Silicon Valley. Yeah, full time streamer in the Silicon Valley. That's true. With a 3 bedroom house and 3 kids. um, no, I think there are. By the way, on Twitch, someone is saying you'll be the first programmer streamer can sub to. I think there are a few. I think there is a guy Adam. He streams through the day. He's a game developer. I think he's pretty popular. And live video is pretty quiet today, by the way. But okay, cool. So we have a Node.js working project with models and Postgres and so on and so forth. Okay? So, what do you think we should do now? Do you think we should add to the controllers users? Do you think we should add like a post for
Yeah.
creating a user?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
You think so? What
I
is
do.
it? It's
Yeah.
like 10 p.m. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so let's do that. Right, so this one is here. So let's do here, let's create a function, create user, and this will request response and next. And now we'll have the create user here, right? And what we'll do here is response.send okay for now. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Let's test
And
this.
then in our routes here, what we'll do is post to users, and we'll do to create user. And we of course need to import that as well. Okay. So now let's do npm start here. And let's curl -x post to HTTP localhost 3000 users. And what we see is okay. Right?
Yep.
Awesome. So we can do that now. So now what we need to do is call the create on the user object inside of our controller, right?
Yeah.
So let's do that.
Dude, I just realized something really cool.
What?
Oh, you know what it is?
What?
I can get 5 bits by watching an ad.
Okay, Jarmahan, thank you for being here. Good night. And let's talk tomorrow in the in the chat. Let's talk tomorrow in the chat in order to schedule the stream for tomorrow. Thank you for the bits. Thank you so much. You rule, man. And yeah, sarcasm works, man. Sarcasm works all the way. I can actually hear it, but only on the right ear. On the left ear, I'm like so on the sarcasm. Yeah, we can stream earlier. We can start at like 8, which is still gonna be late for you, but 8 p.m. is pretty early here. The right hat, yes, I mean the right hat. Yeah, so Jarma, let's talk on the Discord. By the way, people in the chat room, you can see here all the info about the stream. So you can see the Discord, you can see the stream details, the blog, and so on. So please, come to the Discord. The thing is, oh my goodness, man. Dude, acidic mushroom just like dropped a bomb. Holy shit.
She's never coming back.
Oh man, this stream is like over. It's like explicit now. This is like rated
personal.
R. Rated R.
Getting really personal.
Okay, so let's do this. So okay, so now what we can do here is return user.create. Okay? And here the username is going to be request.username or request.body.username. Okay? Actually, I'm not sure how we're going to send it, but we'll see that. Then, and then this is going to be the user, right? So here.
Okay.
Response.status 200.send user and .catch.
Why do we do that? .send user.
This is actually .json. And then here, this is response.send 500. This is actually status.send error.
You mean JSON or send?
Let's do send here for a second. Okay, so now let's do cd here and npm start. Oh, it's actually started here. So let's do curl, and we're still getting okay, which means we didn't start our app. So curl, and we're getting the error out. Okay, so cannot read property username of undefined.
Because
Um,
it's not in the post body.
yeah. So what we're going to do is we are going to um, who should I ban? I'm not banning anybody. Who should I ban? Jarma, who should I ban? Okay, so yeah, Jarma, I see your Python. We can definitely work on that tomorrow during the stream. You can join on Slack or on Skype using voice. And then no, guy, man, no, I'm not gonna ban you. And then um, man, what did I want to? Guy Ross is like in my mind right now. Um, so tomorrow we can definitely work on that. Let's talk on the Discord. And again, people here, you can join in the Discord as well. Um,
Drop my hand is racist.
no,
Hey, by
Jarman.
the way, man, I'm Asian. Are we getting the racist jokes right now? Because I can make a whole bunch of
No, no,
racist
no,
jokes.
dude. Let's not.
Which Avi loves a lot.
No, no. Let's not really. Let's not go there. Seriously.
Okay.
Um. Okay. So let's do curl dash dash x post dash dash form, and username is going to be something, and we get hello world because we post to users. Cannot read curl. Oh, it's dash dash data. We still do that. Um, okay. We're still getting cannot read property of undefined. So what I want to do is log the request here for just a second.
Okay.
And let's restart this. So npm start and curl. And let's see what we have here. Okay, so this is our request. As you can see, it's pretty big. Most of it is not really relevant. I don't see a body. Oh, it doesn't really parse the body. So has body is true. Oh, I think it doesn't parse the body.
Do we need to manually parse it?
Like
we need to do like parse response.
No, what we need to do is in server in app. Sorry, so src. Let's focus here. So in src index.js, we have this. Okay, so we need to go and add yarn add body parser. And then here we import body parser from body parser here. Okay. And then what we can do is app.use body parser.json. So we can parse JSON and then app.use, and it's not user, it's use body parser dot URL encoded, and then extend false or extended false. Okay. Okay. Um, so where are we? We have the body parser, and now let's do npm start. And what we can do now is actually curl, and our body can be a JSON. And we can do a user.json here, and this can be a username and sample like so. And then we can save this. All right, so then we can do this dash D, and this is going to be cat user.json and HTTP localhost 3000 users. Still no, cannot read property username of undefined. So it's still not parsing our JSON. Okay, let's try with Postman.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Okay. So let's do HTTP localhost 3000. And we're going to post. And let's do the body as this. So username now. And the value is sample. And let's send it. And what I see is hello world because I'm obviously not doing anything. So this is users. And it's still doing undefined username.
Okay, so it's not the problem with curl. It's still the parsing part. That's what it seems like.
Okay, let's see here. So this is, and then we'll have username here, sample. Let's send this. So remove this, remove this. Okay. So this is still not really working. So let's kind of try to understand why. Oh, man. Sorry. Man. Sometimes I'm like, shit. This is, oh, yeah, no, I was correct. So this is
No,
request.
it's request.
Request
not
dot
response.
body. Yeah. No, you're right. So
What can we just do console.log request.body and see if we get anything?
yeah, we can.
Try that. Like I'm curious, what does request.body get?
Just a sec. Let's see what we have here. So src index.js. It's likely empty. That's the problem. So this is this.
Print it out.
Well, it's undefined. That's the problem. It's saying that request.body.username, it's saying that can't access username on undefined. That means that request is empty.
It's undefined. Yeah. You're right. It's undefined.
I mean, the body is empty.
So maybe that's not how you call it. Maybe it's request, like there's some other way to get the body.
No, this is how. This is definitely how.
Header content type application JSON. Did we do that?
Yeah. So return user.create request.body.username. All right. This is weird.
Body parser.
Body parser is here. So we have a body parser.json. We have the body parser URL encoded here. So everything is here. One thing though, I want to just move this to routes here. Okay, and remove this to here. I just want to check something that it might be just the SRC one. But now I'm like fishing. So let's see. Okay, so yeah, it's something here. So our SRC is not getting recompiled. So you see this is working. I get back the ID. And so our SRC
how did you work it?
Our SRC index file is just not working. It's not compiling. But as you can see, we're like sending things now, and it's working.
How are you sending it? I don't see the full screen, but like how are you sending it?
Oh, I'm sending it with Postman.
You're sending it with Postman?
Yeah.
So why was it not working before?
Yeah, someone is saying something true.
Oh, I see. No,
that it's an order thing. So let's see. So remove the parser, and I totally missed it. So let's remove this from here and put it back in the other place. Okay, so let's now get back to this and try it, and it's true. So acidic mushrooms, thank you for that. It shows how concentrated I am at 10, 11 p.m. All right, so we have an Node.js app. Okay. Awesome. So now this, and we can add all of this. And tomorrow I'm going to push this to GitHub.
I'm back. Oh. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, my internet disconnected.
Yeah, that's all right.
But dude, Slack is awesome. Like it automatically reconnect our call.
Yeah, Slack is great.
That's just
okay. So we have a working API.
wait, how I missed the last part. What order, like what was the right place to put the body parser?
So the correct place was acidic mushrooms on the chat said correctly that what I was doing is I was putting it under the routes, and it should be over the routes. It basically should be the first thing, and because this is like small thing, I missed it.
Got it. Cool.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So last thing is, where are the invitations? There they are. Okay. What? Okay. So this is the invite to the chat room. It expires in 24 hours. So come and join us, and it's fun. And the good thing about it is that um, the chat is online even when the stream is offline. And I say that a lot, but I think people really did not see the chat and see how active it is and how helpful people are to really appreciate it. So come by, visit us, and be a member of the community. I also created a subreddit, I should say, for the stream. And before the chat is gonna be too crazy, we're gonna end it here. Thank you guys for being here, and we will see you tomorrow. Check out the Twitter for the schedule and the Discord for the schedule. All right, bye bye.